All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be looking at Wish. Okay, Wish is going to have earnings this week, and I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, we'll go ahead and take a look here. And I've got a video covering a lot of these stocks. SoFi has earnings, Wish has earnings Tuesday, Workhorse, AutoZone, Target, Plug Power, Salesforce. I'll probably be playing these five right here, at least: SoFi, AMC, Plug, Salesforce, Wish, and Bio-Nano-Genomics. Okay. But for this video, we're going to focus on, Wish. And I want to show you guys something right here. Now, this is not saying that we're, that we're guaranteed, to rally hard, right? But what we have, if you notice here, is a little bit of some bullish divergence. Okay. And I'm going to draw these trend lines to help you guys see it. All right. But essentially, if you notice, we have this very large downtrend on the stock price. Okay. But if we look at our RSI indicator, the relative strength index, we can see that we're making higher lows here. Okay. Here's our low, and then here's our most recent low, right? And it is much higher than, these. Okay. But the price has actually gone down, and Wish has fallen so far. I remember when I'll zoom in a little bit more. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. But I remember when I first was charting up Wish, and I was looking at it, and I was like, should I even put, support and resistance levels all the way down here, down to like zero, essentially? I mean, look, the last support level that I could like come up with was 76 cents. And I mean, we're about to test the level right above it at $1.57. So, I mean, absolutely insane. If you're bullish and you have you believe in like Wish fundamentals, right, and you think that they have some really good potential, then these are excellent, long-term buying opportunities, right? If you're a bullish on the stock for 5 years, 5-10 years from now, you think Wish is still going to be a successful company, and growing, right? You think they're going to be successful and growing. The stock will be much, it'll definitely be more than $1.83. Okay. Now, one of the main things that's very nice on it, that already offers some really great returns, even if you just bought and hold today, until it filled this gap up here. Okay, it has up to 300% on this daily gap. All right, that's what this box is that we have charted up here, and I'll zoom out a little bit more so you guys can see. But I have it charted up here. We got the daily gap to 983 on here, offering 300% returns on your investment if you are patient enough for the gap to fill up. All right. Now, gaps tend to fill about 90 to 95% of the time historically in the stock market. The whole thing about gaps is when. Okay. It's not really much of an if question. Wish will come back and, fill this gap. It's more of just kind of like a question of when, right? Is it going to be very soon? Or is it going to, take a few years, right? Because a lot of times there's gaps down on stocks, and, a stock may be worth, $200, but there's a gap down to 140. And, we won't see it drop down to there, right, until we see a bear market. And we're definitely in bear market territory for Wish. All right. That's no secret. We'll look at the weekly chart real quick, just so it's a little bit easier. And I mean, from its most recent highs of $15, we are down 85%. I mean, that's wild. This is 100% bear market territory, and this is going to be a bull market gap. Okay. So essentially, if you wanted to, you could ride it out and sit through the pain of this bear market and wait for a bull market to come back and cycle. And as I showed you guys, it's offering 300% returns. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and zoom back in on the daily chart, and we'll look here. Let's zoom in a little bit more to the 1 hour chart. Okay. And what we're going to need, all right, is we're going to need to open, and we're currently, under the 200 SMA. That's what this indicator is right here. The red one is the 100 SMA, and the yellow is the 50. Right now, these are some pretty common areas that traders like to look at, where it's common to see support and resistance. Okay. If you notice, we bounced off the 50 SMA here, and we're facing some resistance now at our 200 SMA. We're going to need to flip these to support. Okay. Once we have all the moving averages as support for us, then we have the potential to have the 100 SMA cross the 200 SMA and go up. right? That would give us further signs of bullishness, right? And then eventually the 50 SMA crossover as well. And, these will just, as I said, give us some signs of some bullishness, right? We have a little bit kind of like an inverse head and shoulders going on right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I'll try to draw it out for you guys here. Here's kind of what we got going on, and maybe I could draw it like this, be a little bit clearer for you. And, so this is one thing we can look at potentially for, a breakout, right? Is I would say if we can break like this neckline right around here. All right. And, we break this neckline, then we have a pretty good potential for a nice little move up. Let's see, something like this. And voila. And what we'll do is we'll put a price level here, and this will just be our inverse head and shoulders price target. Okay. We'll put inverse head and shoulder PT. Whoops. Okay. We'll hit save there, and let's change this a little bit, and let's go ahead and make this like green. Okay. All right. And so 256, I would say that that'd be like a nice little area where we could see resistance as well. Okay. So let's zoom in a little bit more again. And these are going to be our 3 areas of resistance we're going to be facing. Okay. 200 SMA. Then we have this price level up here, 236, and then 256. If we get a breakout here above this support level, we could run up to 256. Of course, it can't always go higher. There's earnings coming up, so it's going to be extremely volatile, and that's what I'm mostly going to be looking for, right? I'm gonna look to see if Wish is able to rally really hard off of earnings, or if Wish is going to tank off of earnings and retest these levels at $1.80. And if we break that level, then I'm pretty sure we're going to head down to this $1.57 level. And man, it's going to be really interesting if Wish gets below $1.57. But yeah, so I would definitely pay attention to Wish this week. It's got earnings on Tuesday. I'm dropping this video over the weekend for you guys so you can watch it, chart this up, be prepared for it, and let's go ahead and do this. All right. If you guys want to trade with me, trade with us in the Discord. The link to join is in the description below. Use code Zachly for a discount, like the channel name ZachlyTrades. That's what we were looking at earlier. Okay. We post earnings in here. We have the highest volatility earnings releases. All right. And so Smile Direct Club is on here, SDC, Lucid. I think that those are going to be really fun to play along with Vuzi and possibly Ride. Okay. I expect some big moves out of all of these. Now, whether or not it's going to be to the upside or downside, that's what we'll have to see and monitor. Nobody can really predict what a stock is going to do on earnings. All right. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.